Get this thing underway. Back deep for Greenbrier East, it is Rick Klein, Stevie Wilson. There's the kick. It's a high short one. He'll be fielded by Chuck Baldwin, the up back at the 20. He's to the 25, out across the 30-yard line, dumped at the 32, and the Spartans will put it in play. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 32-yard line. First and 10 for Greenbrier East at the Spartan 32. Greenbrier East lines up with three setbacks in the backfield. A power I, two tight ends. Quarterback Sidney Coles gives it off to his fullback out of that power I formation. Mike Patterson runs hard up across the 35-yard line to close to the 38. It'll be a gain of just about 6 yards on tight end for the Spartans. It's a 2nd and 4 situation. Greenbrier East. The handoff to tailback Steve Wilson. Wilson gets it up across the 40-yard line. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down. Gain of 3 on the carry by Steve Wilson. Right?
Have to look better this way.
Out of the power I formation, 3rd and a yard. Sidney Coles gives it off again to the fullback out of that I formation. Patterson will be close to the first down yardage, and indeed he will have it. We move toward the 10-minute mark to go in the first quarter. Greenbrier East again shows the power I formation. 2 tight ends. Quarterback Sidney Coles fakes the handoff to Steve Wilson. He'll throw on first down. Out in the flat. Completes the pass to Sam Johnson, the slot back. Johnson into Bluefield territory down to the 40-yard line. Sidney Coles coming into this ball game tonight, completing passes at a slot back for a 1st and 10 at the Bluefield 40-yard line. Now we have an official's timeout. And Casey Crane is making his way off the field. And Brett Criddle will line up at that vacated tight end position. And we are underway. The handoff goes to another one of those Spartan running backs, Stevie Wilson, again running hard down to the 35-yard line of Bluefield. Wilson on the carry, first possession of the evening. Power I formation, 2 tight ends, Bluefield in that stack 4 defense. Handoff again goes to Mike Patterson, and he fights his way forward down inside the 30-yard line for yet another Greenbrier East first down. The Spartans string together 3 times. They'll roll both corners up to the line of scrimmage and show as much as a 10-man front. Spartans out of the power I. Wilson gets the call. He has the football. He's down inside the 25-yard line, still on his feet. 3, 4, 5 Bluefield tacklers finally bring him down to the 24 of the Beavers. Just as we talked about in the pregame show, Steve Wilson doesn't start running till he gets against the Bluefield Beavers here in their first possession of the evening. Greenbrier East looks at a 2nd and 4 situation after a gain of 6 by Wilson. Now the little counter play goes to Stevie Wilson, spinning, working his way down inside the 15-yard line. Wilson with another big gainer for Greenbrier East. The Spartans have their 4th 1st and 10 of the football game. Interesting to see the way Coach Homer Criddle works his personnel in and out of the ball game. Again, Greenbrier East chose the power I formation. Fake the handoff to Wilson. Coles rolls near side, turns it upfield. Sidney Coles bumped out of bounds at around the 5-yard line. He's inside the 5. He'll be shy of the first down yardage. It's going to be 2nd down and about much to go for the Spartans. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. The ball at the 5-yard line, just outside of it. Handoff to Wilson. Wilson stacked up for the first time this evening effectively. It'll bring about a 3rd down situation. Actually down to number 2 and 3 on the tight end depth chart. Out of the power I formation. 3rd down. Coles rolls near side, fires it into the end zone. Way over the head of Scott Weichel. Now we have a late penalty marker. We've got a flag down very, very late. Interesting to see what this call is going to be. We've got interference called against Bluefield. That did not really appear to be a catchable ball, Jeff Campbell.
No, it didn't. Sidney was forced out of the pocket, went to his right side, and really tried to just...
So only 2.5 yards, but a big first down for Greenbrier East. Now the ball spotted at the Bluefield 2.5 yard line. Handoff goes to Mike Patterson, and he is into the end zone. Mike Patterson takes it in from 2.5 yards out. So Patterson gets the score for the Spartans. Now the try for the point after. It's up. Sam Johnson drives it between the uprights. Plenty of leg in that one. And Greenbrier off now for Greenbrier East. I'm going to find my Bluefield offensive lineup here. Johnson with the high, deep kick. It will be fielded by Greg Ridley, who will take it upfield, tries to get behind the wall on the far side of the field and makes a dandy return out past the 35-yard line of Greenbrier East. Ridley and Isabel. Chris Crondon comes out split wide to the near side of the field for Bluefield. Out of the I formation. The handoff goes to the fullback in the I, and Buddy Gilpin goes nowhere. Maybe even a loss of a yard on the play as the Spartans, 6 minutes to go in our first quarter, Greenbrier East with the 7-0 lead. Now Raymond Isabel comes out split wide to the near side of the field, setbacks in that I formation. Handoff goes to the tailback in the I. It'll be Greg Ridley on the carry. Ridley will move it up close to the 40-yard line for a gain of just about 6 yards. Terrapins of Maryland. Our action gets underway at 11:30 with the Metro News. Mountaineer countdown. Bluefield moved up to the line of scrimmage. For some reason or other, the referees held up the action. Now we'll wind the clock and get things underway. Wide out and slot back to the near side of the field this time for Bluefield. Setbacks in the I formation. Grant on the option. The pitch goes to Ridley. Ridley turns it upfield. He'll have a Bluefield first down before he's rolled out of bounds just shy of midfield. Misread it. Yeah, whole group. And again. What do we have, a wet ball? Yeah, okay, they throw it. Okay, wide out and slot near side. Setbacks in the I. Bluefield with a 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. The deep pitch goes to Ridley. Ridley, following his blockers, turns it upfield. And he's now in Spartan territory, down inside the 45-yard line, down to the 42, before he's knocked down across the way. Ridley, again on the carry for Bluefield, taking the deep pitch from quarterback Johnny Grant. Turns wide out and slot far side this time. Setbacks in the I formation on a 2nd and 2. Grant to throw. Grant puts it up on the far sideline. And it's incomplete. Robert Lindsay with the coverage over there for Greenbrier East. The pass intended for Bluefield, 7-0. 4:03 to go in our first quarter. Wide out, slot back, near side for Bluefield. Setbacks in the I formation. The toss to Ridley. Ridley tries to turn it upfield on the far side. He does so and has the first down. Greg Ridley gives Bluefield their 2nd first down of the football.
They start to come out and work on the ends after the first play. Buddy Gilpin was stopped up for a loss there at the ends.
Out of the I formation on a 1st and 10, wide out and slot near side for Bluefield. Gilpin gets the call. The big fullback finds the running inside very, very tough. Let's credit that Greenbrier East defensive front. Wide out slot to the near side of the field for Bluefield. Setbacks in the I formation on a 2nd and 9. They fake it to Gilpin. Now the toss to Ridley. Ridley at the 35-yard line. Ridley bounces outside. He's rolled out of bounds in the vicinity of the 30. Let's see where they mark him out. Bluefield wanted perhaps a flag for a late hit as the Spartans and Ridley were kind of tangled up, ready to go for Bluefield. And we will spot the football just inside the 30-yard line. Greenbrier East took the opening kickoff, moved it smartly downfield into the end zone. Bluefield trying to do the exact same thing.
Like we talked about just a moment ago, Bluefield comes out, they find the first play up the middle and try to get their ground game established. Buddy Gilpin is stopped up for a loss of 1, and they've run to the ends, attempted one pass, Greg Ridley with 5 carries and 31 yards. Third one from the 30-yard line.
Impressive drive by Bluefield, the 10th play of the drive coming up right now. Wideouts left and right, setbacks in the I formation, third and less than a yard. Johnny Grant with a long signal count gives it off to Ridley. Ridley finds running room straight ahead, makes a move, he's into the clear. Ridley will be dragged down inside the 10-yard line for a first and goal situation for Bluefield. Boy, how many times have you seen it happen? On that short yardage situation, they break that running back straight ahead and there's nobody there to make the stop. All of a sudden he's loose in the secondary, and you get Ridley loose in the secondary, you've got a problem.
Pick up 24 yards for Greg Ridley. And Bluefield has
Make that their 4th first down. Hard to make an 11-play drive in just 3 first downs. Out of the I formation, wide out and slot near side. Grant, the deep pitch to Ridley. Ridley this time is hemmed in and dropped for a loss. Good defensive penetration that time. Chuck Baldwin leading the charge for Greenbrier. Now the 7-yard line. Bluefield with a second and goal at the 7. Wide outs left and right for the Beavers. Quarterback Johnny Grant wants to throw, fires into the end zone. Incomplete. Coverage that time by Greenbrier East. Wide outs left and right for Bluefield. Gilpin, Ridley, the setbacks in the I formation. Grant gives it off to Gilpin. Nothing doing. He's dropped back at the 11. Leading the charge that time for Greenbrier, Steve Deffabaugh, closing fast from his defensive end position. Indeed, Bluefield will attempt the field goal. Check that. They're going to run out of the formation. They throw it into the end zone. It's incomplete. Holy mackerel. A little subterfuge there as Bluefield set up to attempt the 25-yard field goal. The snap goes to Johnny Grant, the quarterback. He fires it down 10 yards to go on their own 11-yard line. First and 10 for the Spartans on their own 11. They show the power I formation. Fullback Patterson takes it straight ahead for a couple of yards. Mike has run hard thus far on the evening. Maybe hitting his stride. Greenbrier East. He replaces Curtis Byers at that tackle position. Inside 30 seconds to go in our first quarter. The handoff comes straight ahead again. This time, however, I guess it was Patterson. Down to 6 seconds to go in the period as Greenbrier East shuttles players in and out. And there is the horn ending the first quarter of tonight's ball game with Greenbrier East leading the Bluefield Beavers by a score of 7-0. Greenbrier East 7, Bluefield nothing. We'll come back with second quarter action for you in just 30 seconds. Third down situation here for the Spartans should they want to maintain possession. Out of the power I formation, third and short. Patterson gets the call. He finds running room straight ahead. He's up across the 25-yard line to the 30. A 10-yard gain by Greenbrier East's Mike Patterson. Good for the Spartans. Sixth stack 4, and much like that goal line situation Greenbrier East found themselves in earlier. Get past that line of scrimmage, you'll have some room to run. Out of the I, the toss comes to Wilson. Tries to get to the outside, breaks one tackle, slips another one. He's out to the 35-yard line. Stevie Wilson picks up 4+. Spartan show, 2 tight ends, power I formation. Second and 6. The handoff to Stevie Wilson. He finds running room straight ahead up across the 40 to 45-yard line, knocked down at the 48. Steve Wilson on the carry for Greenbrier East. That is his. Bluefield shuttling people in and out of the ball game on defense. Fumble on the exchange between Sidney Coles and his center. Let's wait and unpile him here. Greenbrier East able to fall on that football alertly. Someone jumped on that one down there. So a fumble on the exchange. Greenbrier East fortunately recovers, loses perhaps a yard on the play, and we look at 2nd and 11. Second down, 11 yards to go for Greenbrier East. The ball at the Spartan 47-yard line. Out of the power I, 3 setbacks, 2 tight ends. Fake the handoff to Wilson. Coles to throw. Loops it over the middle, complete to Patterson. He's down inside the Bluefield 40-yard line. Mike Patterson hauls in the Sidney Coles pass. And I'm telling you, we have got just a great bunch of receivers on this year's Greenbrier East Spartan Ball Club, Jeff.
That's right, Mike. Last week, Sidney Coles completed 5 of 6 passes. The interesting thing was he completed them to 5 different receivers, and he's only been able to find the man open, and they've been able to get open. Good combination.
Another first down for Greenbrier East. Their 8th of the football game as the Spartans maintain possession. We move inside 10 minutes to go in our first half. Sam Johnson comes in motion, near side, the toss, back to Steve Wilson. He cuts it back to the inside. Wilson at the 30-yard line, breaks a couple of tackles, tries to pick up some running room, moving laterally across the field, but he's bulldogged down by Bluefield right at the 30. He'll be just shy of another Greenbrier East first down, the gain of 9 by Steve Wilson. Well, we have the opportunity. Let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. Well, maybe we'll catch that some other time. Out of the power I. Coles with a handoff straight ahead to Patterson. Breaks into the clear. He's down to the 15-yard line. Mike Patterson on the carry for Greenbrier East. It'll be yet another Spartan first down. They will mark him down at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for Greenbrier East, and the Spartans looking very impressive thus far against Bluefield. Patterson ran out of his shoe that time. He'll hop on 1 foot over to the sideline. Chuck Baldwin replaces him at that fullback position. Power I formation. 2 tight ends. Wilson gets the call, and Stevie kind of bumps along the line of scrimmage, finally finds a little crack and takes it ahead down to the 15-yard line. So perhaps a gain of a yard on the play, make it 2nd and 9. 2nd down, 9 yards to go for Greenbrier East. Will mark the ball at the 15-yard line. Gain of 1 on the carry by Wilson. 2nd and 9, the ball at the 15. Sam Johnson comes in motion out of the backfield to the near side. Wilson takes the pitch, tries to get back inside, stumbles and goes down. But an outstanding defensive play by Vernon Walton of Bluefield as he kind of submarined Wilson on that play. And that's going to bring about a 3rd down situation. Greenbrier East took possession of this football at their 11-yard line after a fake field goal play by Bluefield. They have marched it smartly down the field to the 15-yard line. They look now at a 3rd and 9 situation, and Homer Criddle going to use one of his first half timeouts here with 7:53 to go in the first half. Timeout on the field to score Greenbrier East 7-0 over Bluefield. Let's take timeout for this good word. Additional Metro News coverage and parts of commercials brought to you by Gremlins in the Equipment. Out of the power I formation, 3rd down, Greenbrier East tries to run a little reverse to Sam Johnson. They will lose yardage back to the 24-yard line. Sam Johnson trying to take that wing-back reverse play that's been very, very effective for Greenbrier East over the years, and can't do a whole lot with it. But nonetheless, the Spartans in 4-down territory. The ball at the 19-yard line. And it'll be 4th down and about 12. 4th and 12. Greenbrier East wide out in slot to the far side of the field. Wide out near side. 4th down. The toss to Wilson. Trying to run the reverse. And Steve Wilson is thrown for a loss back at the 28-yard line. Well, Bluefield smelled that one out very effectively as well. Not taking the bite on the misdirection at all. They smelled it out, dropped Wilson for a loss back at the 29-yard line. So Bluefield with an effective defensive stand against Greenbrier East that time. That play designed to go to Gary Allen, but he never got the football as Wilson was dropped for a loss. Bluefield now with the pumpkin. Wideouts left and right out of the I formation. Handoff goes to that fine tailback Greg Ridley. He's knocked down as he crosses the 30-yard line. But Greenbrier East did burn up a lot of time on another 13-play drive. Bluefield gets it back with under 7 minutes to go in the half, trailing by a score of 7-0. We'll mark the football at the 32-yard line of Bluefield. 2nd down and 7. 2nd and 7 for the Beavers. They send one wide out to the far side. Line up a slot back also on the far side. Running backs in the I formation on a 2nd down situation. Grant with the pitch to Ridley. He gets to the outside. He's got the 1st down up to the 40-yard line before he is grabbed and hurled backwards and out of bounds across the way. Boy, I'll tell you, I like the looks of Greg Ridley. We expected, at least I expected, to see a little bit more tonight of Raymond Isabel. That has not been the case as yet. He is a very, very highly touted 10th grader that can also run with a football. Clock stops on the out-of-bounds play with 5:50. No, they don't stop it. They set the sticks after the 5th first down of the ball game by Bluefield, and they start the clock again. So we'll mark it at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. And Bluefield with a wet ball again. Okay, we've dried that rascal off. And we're ready to go after it again. From the I formation, Bluefield, wide out, slot back, far side, setbacks in the I. Fullback, Gilpin gets the call. I'm telling you, he's almost been a sacrificial lamb out there tonight. Every time he's tried to move forward with that football, he gets pounded by 3 or 4 guys. Bluefield not getting anything inside, Jeff. The outside is where they've been getting their yardage. There's enough for all of us here.
They've attempted 3 passes and all of them have been out on the side.
2nd and 9, just across the 40-yard line from the I. This time, it is Isabel lined up at the tailback position. He gets out close to the 44-yard line. Raymond Isabel, a 6-foot, 165-pound 10th grader with the carry. He'll get about 4 more, and we're looking at a 3rd and 5. Bluefield with a 3rd down, 5 yards to go situation at the 44-yard line of the Beavers. Chris Condon comes out split wide near side. Ridley moves into the slot near side. Setbacks are in the I formation. They fake the handoff to Gilpin. Grant on the option, slips away. The ball is loose. There's a scramble for it. The Spartans say they've got it. Let's wait and unpile them. And the referees agree. Jimmy Bennett comes out of there with it for Greenbrier East.
The Spartans have picked up their 7th takeaway this year. The first one that has been a fumble. All prior 6 have been interceptions.
And Greenbrier East +6 in that takeaway turnover ratio category that acts as a pretty good barometer. They have taken the ball away 7 times this evening. They've only given it up once. That on a pass interception. Greenbrier East has it back from the power I. Coles to throw. Sidney puts it up complete to Patterson at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He scores! Mike Patterson takes the little swing pass from Sidney Coles, makes a nifty move down around the 25-yard line, gives him a leg, takes it away, and into the end zone for the score, Jeff.
50 yards, Mike. 50 yards covering Sidney Coles to Mike Patterson for the touchdown.
And that is Sidney's 4th touchdown pass of this season. The 3rd of 50-plus yards. They've all been 40-plus.
It's the first time in the Spartans' 3 games that he's hit the same receiver 2 times. Patterson now has 2 catches for 64 yards and a touchdown.
And he has 1 rushing touchdown as well. Greenbrier East going to have to call a timeout. Something transpiring that they don't like out there on the extra point attempt. So while there's timeout on the field and we wait for this PAT by Greenbrier East, hey, let's take 30 seconds out for a good word from one of our sponsors.
All right, check the sharp here.
Extra points as far as scoring plays. 2 of them have been for kick, 4 have been for pass, 2 of them have been for run. And we're going to try here.
And we're going to fake it. Banton up. Throws it in the end zone, complete. And hauling it in while almost sitting down in the back of the end zone, Chuck Baldwin. So Banton to Baldwin for the 2-point conversion. The Spartans move out to a 15-0 lead over the Bluefield Beavers. 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go in our first half. We'll be back with a Spartan kickoff right after this.
I'm going to say that most of them have been on the other fakes have been for rollouts, and Sydney's had the option to pass or throw.
Yeah. As we said, the Greenbrier East scoring drive took only 1 play, covered 17 yards, 17 seconds, 50 yards. Wasn't. Sam Johnson to kick off for Greenbrier East. A high, deep kickoff fielded by Ridley at the 10-yard line. Ridley to the 15, to the 20. Pokes his way upfield across the 25-yard line. He'll be knocked down at the 27-28. So Bluefield will put it in play. First down, 10 yards to go at the 29-yard line. Bluefield puts it in play. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 29, trailing Greenbrier East 15-0. 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go in our first half. From the I formation, wide out and slot to the near side of the field. Grant completes the pass to Isabel across the way. He's knocked out of bounds just to the 30-yard line.
My kid, you're my kid over there. Go ahead and get your new assistant. You were bigger and
We'll spot the ball at the 30-yard line. Wide out comes to the near side of the field. Tim Perkins lines up wide near side, also wide out far side. Setbacks in the eye. On the draw play, tailback gets the carry, finds some running room straight ahead, gets it up across the 40-yard line for Bluefield before he's dropped by defensive end Steve Defferbaugh in pursuit. It'll be a first down for Bluefield. By our count, that's their 6th of the ball game. We'll spot it at the 43-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for Bluefield. First and 10 for the Beavers. 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the first half. Again, the wideout, Chris Cronin, comes near side. Setbacks in the I formation, also a slot back near side. Grant to throw. Grant slips, regains his feet, fires it up over the middle. It's picked off by Greenbrier East. The Spartans' Richard Banton comes back across the 40-yard line. He slips and goes down at the 45, and Greenbrier East has it back. Richard Banton on the interception for Greenbrier East, their second. Bluefield's second turnover of the evening.
And the 7th interception for the Spartans, Mike. Last year they only had a total of 3 for all season. Two games down, almost 2 quarters, and we have picked picked off our 7 passes. It was a nice job by the secondary.
2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in our first half. Greenbrier East with the 15-0 lead and the football. They show the I formation. Sam Johnson, the wingback far side, also wide out far side. The handoff goes straight ahead to Mike Patterson, the fullback. Patterson on the carry. Gets it across midfield into Bluefield territory. The ball at the 49-yard line. Gain of almost 5 on the carry by Patterson. Will make it second down and a long 5. From the I, Wilson gets the call. Wilson is banged as he hits that line of scrimmage. It is knocked down at the Bluefield 48 for perhaps a gain of 1. So we'll call it third down, and still about 5 yards to go at the 48-yard line of Bluefield. They show the I. Wide out and slot far side. Coles looks right, throws back to the left. Complete to Carl Godby. He's down inside the 30-yard line. Carl Godby, yet another receiver, hauls in a pass for Greenbrier East. Jeff, just as you were saying earlier, Sidney Coles believes in spreading the action around a little bit out there as he's hit a number of different receivers again tonight. This time it's Carl Godby for another first down, and Bluefield wants to call timeout. So the Beavers use their first of 3 timeouts here with 52 seconds to go in the first half. Greenbrier East with a first down, leading by a score of 15-0. We'll be back in just 30 seconds.
Do that last week.
Huh?
Did do it 2 weeks ago. It's always dangerous with this short of time to go, this few yards away.
You never know what they're going to do next at this point in time. Time running off the clock. We shouldn't have started that clock.
52 seconds. No, 8 seconds. We need 52 seconds up there.
Okay, we need to reset the clock. We started it prematurely. We'll have to reset it here, get it back to 52 seconds.
The clock has to run down. He has to start it back in a minute and let it run back down to 52.
As we started the clock a bit prematurely that time around. After the timeout, the clock shouldn't start until the ball snapped. Now the referee takes side. Patterson and Wilson, the setbacks in the I formation. Sidney Coles gives it off to Steve Wilson. He finds running room up the middle, and Stevie Wilson carries it down close to the 20-yard line. Greenbrier East with only 1 timeout remaining here. And the Spartans will use it right now with 42 seconds to go. Looking at a 2nd and 2 situation at the Bluefield 21-yard line. By our count, that is Greenbrier East's final final timeout of the first half tonight.
But you can't save them until next week.
That's right.
That's a very famous quote from Bluefield.
One of many. We'll come back with more of tonight's Greenbrier East Bluefield matchup. The Spartans on top 15-0 right after this. So Greenbrier East uses their final timeout with 42 seconds to go. Nice place to use a timeout too, because on a 2nd and short like this, I suspect we may throw it into the end zone, and if we do, watch out, Bluefield band. Sidney Coles to throw. Coles completes the pass down inside the 5-yard line. Rolled out of bounds is Stevie Wilson. Clock stops with 33 seconds to go. By our count, Greenbrier East's 11th first down of the football game. They'll mark it at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Greenbrier East. The Spartans out of timeouts with but 33 seconds to go. They'll go into what they call the beat the clock offense. Power I formation. Patterson gets the call and he scores. Mike Patterson into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the evening with 27 seconds to go in the first half. The Spartans to attempt the point after. Sam Johnson will kick out of the hold of Richard Banton. The kick is up. The kick is good, and Greenbrier East moves out to a 22-0 lead over the Bluefield Beavers. 27 seconds still to go in our first half. We'll come back with the Spartans kickoff in just 30 seconds. So Greenbrier East with their third scoring drive of the evening. This one covering 54 yards in just plays, consuming 2:23 on the clock. And Greenbrier East moves out in front of Bluefield by a score of 22-0. 27 seconds to go here in the first half. Sam Johnson, 2 for 2 on point after attempts, will kick off. He'll bounce that one along the field. It'll be covered by one of the upbacks for Bluefield, who falls on it at about the 33-yard line. So just one tick off the clock. So Bluefield will get it back, but with only 26 seconds to go here in the first half, and Greenbrier East leading by a score of 22-0 over the Bluefield Beavers. We'll put a wide out and a slot back to the near side of the field. Two setbacks in the I formation. Different quarterback now for Bluefield, and a straight ahead carry. Michael Lane is in there at QB now for Bluefield. He gives the football off. Who was that man? He's got his number. Okay, yeah, his number tucked down in his jersey. Willis Wilson on the carry. The clock stops with just 6 seconds to go in the half as Bluefield uses their second of 3 timeouts. And I don't know whether they tried to call one earlier and couldn't get the referee's attention or what, but they didn't have a whole lot of success calling that one. We'll keep it right here and remind you that at 11:30 tonight on WRON AM, it is the high school football scoreboard show. Scores from all around the state coming your way. That'll also be replayed tomorrow morning. Now at 8:10, you're pretty close. At 11:30 tomorrow morning, it's the Mountaineer Countdown. We get our Mountaineer coverage underway early. Kickoff scheduled for 1 p.m. tomorrow at Mountaineer Field. Join us for all the action here on WRON AM and FM. Out of the I formation, just 6 seconds to go. Bluefield with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. They'll throw it deep. And Greenbrier East, Richard Banton was waiting to pick it off. And coming back deep into coverage, it's Lindsay. They bump into each other. The ball falls to the ground, but that is the end of the first half with the score. Greenbrier East leading Bluefield by a score of 22-0. We'll come back and recap a good first half's action for you in just 90 seconds.
License number 8, TJ 918. Your lights are on at the beginning of the game. On to 8, TJ 918. This time, ladies and gentlemen.
To start here from the Spartan Stadium in Fairleigh. Yeah, I want to... Going down also just at the end of the second half was Leonard Boone. Just at the end of the first half, rather. He was left stretched out on the field, and now we see Leonard on the sideline with that feared ice bag around the right knee. We hope that's just a bad bruise.
Pearson, nice job from the Spartans at end this Bluefield. When they take down is who they will put on quarterback. Will it be Johnny Grant or will it be Michael Lane?
We'll watch for that. Sam Johnson will kick off for Greenbrier East. 3 safeties back deep for the Bluefield Beavers. It is Ridley back there along with Isabel. There's one more back there too. Ball is mishandled by one of the upbacks, and scooping it up while his knee is on the ground is Greg Ridley, and you can't touch that. I'm sorry, you can't touch it with your knee on the ground like that, because that's where they that's where they mark the ball ready to play. First down, 10 yards to go for Bluefield at the 19-yard line of the Beavers, as he knelt to scoop that up. And as soon as you gain possession of that football with your knee on the ground, that's where you're ruled down. You can't get back up and run with it. So Bluefield will break out of the huddle. And lining up at quarterback, it is Johnny Grant, Jeff. They show the eye with wideouts left and right. Grant gives the ball off to his tailback, Ridley, and Ridley is snowed under for a loss back at the 16-yard line, and that is not the way Bluefield wanted to start things off.
We see once again they're trying to go out to that left end. This time the loss of 2.5, maybe even 3 yards will put up second down 13.
We'll spot the ball at the 16-yard line. Second down and 13 for Bluefield. Second and 13 for the Beavers at their own 16. Chris Cronden comes out split wide near side, flanker wide far side, sent backs in the eye. Second and 13. Quarterback Johnny Grant on the option, pulls it down, tries to turn it upfield. He'll get back to the 20-yard line. Johnny Grant, the ball carrier. As we said, on the option, had no one to toss it to. He's dragged down at the 20-yard line. Steve Defenbaugh gets credit for the tackle. Now there's a young man that's not worried about it cooling off, about 6 rows down front. He's even peeled his shirt off. To be young again. Wideouts left and right for Bluefield. 3rd and 9 for the Beavers. They show the eye formation. From the 20-yard line, Grant rolls near side, wants to throw. Grant fires over the middle, pass is complete up across the 30-yard line. It'll be a Bluefield first down. Chris Cronden hauls it in. Check that. Was it Cronden on the catch?
Kevin Almer.
Okay. Wide out on the other side, Kevin. We've seen that name, I don't know how many times before over the years. Amar, I think is the way it's pronounced. A-M-M-A-R. Kevin Amar hauls it in. And unofficially, Bluefield with their 8th first down. They show the eye, wideouts left and right. 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Again, Ridley gets the call. Ridley tries to get wide on the far side of the field. He's knocked down in the vicinity of the 40-yard line. Robert Lindsay coming up from the secondary to make the stop. Will mark the football right at the 40-yard line. Second down, 5 yards to go. 2nd and 5 for Bluefield. Ball marked ready for play. Clock stopped on the out-of-bounds carry over there with 9:42 to go in the third. Greenbrier East on top, 22-0. Mike Patterson with 3 scores for the Spartans tonight. Wideouts left and right, sent backs in the I formation. Handoff to Ridley, the tailback. Ridley finds the running tough straight ahead, but he does pick up a couple of yards, perhaps 3, out to the vicinity of the 44-yard line, where it's going to bring about another 3rd down situation for Bluefield. 3rd down for the Beavers. All you all with your headset radios on out there, aren't you worried about lightning? Anybody out there worried about lightning with the headset radios on?
They're looking around.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I don't like being wrapped up in these wires like a mummy, but there's none flashing right now. So Bluefield looks at a 3rd and 1. The toss. No gain. A loss on the play. Mike Mustard. Check that, Buddy Gilpin. Oh, is it Isabel?
Good defensive play.
These guys have their jerseys tucked down in their pants, and I can't read the numbers. But it was Robert Isabel, Jeff says, on the carry. There was a loss on the play back to the 38-yard line. So they go from 3rd and short to 4th and 7, and Bluefield will have to punt the football away. Beavers' first punt of the evening, I do believe.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Broyles will kick it away. Brian Broyles to punt. Back deep for Greenbrier East, it'll be Wilson and Johnson. Royals with a nice kick. Stevie Wilson will field it at his own 25-yard line. Wilson to the 30, puts his head down and is hammered at about the 27-yard line. Steve Wilson on the punt return for Greenbrier East gets about 7 yards.
28-yard two by Royals.
So with 8:05 to go in the third, Greenbrier East will take control. First down, 10 yards to go for the Spartans. First and 10 for Greenbrier East. The football at the Greenbrier East 32-yard line. Sidney Coles at quarterback for Greenbrier East. Setbacks in the power I formation. Mike Patterson, Steve Wilson, Sam Johnson. It is Steve Wilson getting the call, and Wilson is hit at the 30-yard line for a loss of 2. Stevie Wilson loses a couple, and Stevie comes out of the ball game. Gingerly holding the left hand. Now, we're talking left shoulder. So that'll bring Rick Klein into the backfield for Greenbrier East. Klein, the junior.
Mike Klein seen his first bit of action tonight in the backfield, came into tonight's game with a little bit of a shoulder problem as well.
Yeah, also a little banged up at that shoulder. Sidney Coles on a broken play is going to be eaten alive back at the 24-yard line. I think Sidney was looking for someone to toss the ball to, and there was nobody there, and he said, uh-oh.
About 5 Bluefield defenders that time.
Indeed they did, and one of them is down on the field. Carl Godby checks back in. Aaron Ambler checks back in. Casey Crane will come out. As we said, a Bluefield Beaver down on the field, close to the near sideline. 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the third. We've got an injury timeout on the field with Greenbrier East in front by a score of 22-0. We'll be back in just 30 seconds. The injured Bluefield Beaver, he's up and will make it off the field under his own steam, albeit a bit slowly. So Greenbrier East looking at a 3rd and long situation. 3rd and 19. The Spartans back at their own 24-yard line. Coles to throw. Rolls far side. Sidney puts it in the air. Incomplete. Sam Johnson was in the clear. Sidney throwing on the run, unable to deliver that one. Pass falls incomplete. It'll bring about a 4th down situation, and the Spartans will have to punt it away. Aaron Ambler handling the punting chores this year for Greenbrier East. This will be his first punt of the evening.
Mike Ambler has 7 punts coming into tonight's game. Interestingly enough, only 2 have been for returns and for a total of 4 yards. Good play by the special teams of the Spartans.
We've got the Speed Merchants back there right now. And a snap over the head of Aaron Ambler. He falls on it in the end zone and is tackled for a safety. So the bad snap over the head of Aaron Ambler puts Bluefield on the scoreboard with 6:40 to go in the third. That comes with 6:40 to go in the third period. And Bluefield High School scores their first points of the decade on a safety. And so Greenbrier East now will get a free kick from the 40-yard line. They can choose to place kick it or punt it as they choose to. So really, the first mistake of the evening by Greenbrier East High School cost them a couple of points. As the long snap sails over the head of Aaron Ambler, he had no chance whatsoever to get it. He made the spark play by going back in the end zone and covering the ball. as opposed to picking it up and trying to run out of there with it, or trying to kick it out of there where Bluefield may have recovered it for 6.
That's right, Mike. Anytime you get down in that part of the field and there's a live ball open, and you're the only guy back there, and you have 10 defenders chasing you, it's a smart thing to do. Go ahead and take the safety. You still have a 20-point lead.
Sam Johnson to kick it off, and that'll come from the 20, not the 40, as we misinformed you. And that one is mishandled. It is picked up by Bluefield, and they slip and fall. David Flack having problems with the footing out there as he picks up the ball, slips and falls, and Bluefield will take over. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 46-yard line. So Bluefield breaking the scoring drought. Now we move it on the other side of the 40-yard line, back to the 44. The clock winds, 6:34 to go in the third. Greenbrier East leads at 22-2. Greg Ridley now comes out split wide to the near side of the field. Setbacks in the I formation, Gilpin and Isabel. Gilpin gets the call. Gilpin is knocked down as he crosses the 45 up to the 46. Gain of a couple on the play by the big fullback. Buddy Gilpin, 6'3", 202 pounds. He's a junior. We'll spot the ball at the 46-yard line. Second down and 8 for Bluefield at their own 46. Pat Vance turning around, barking instructions from his nose tackle position. They show the I formation, wideouts left and right. Johnny Grant wanted to give it to Gilpin. Gilpin slipped and fell. Grant goes back. The rush is on. Grant is dropped. Back at the original line of scrimmage, the 44-yard line. Again, Steve Deffabaugh gets up off the bottom of the pile, putting on pressure from his defensive end position. And the Spartan Stadium area beginning to resemble the Scottish Moors just a little bit more as the fog gets thicker. And the only problem is the later the evening go, the worse the bugs get too. We were attacked by bugs up here 2 weeks ago. That's the best thing about it getting cold. You don't have to worry about the bugs. From the I formation, wideouts left and right. Bluefield looks at a 3rd and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Grant on the option. Gets the toss back to Isabel. Isabel is grabbed at the 45-yard line, tossed out of bounds. Isabel on the carry, but there is nothing doing as he's hurled out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It'll bring about a 4th and 9 situation. A gain of only 1 on the carry by sophomore running back Raymond Isabel. And Brian Broyles will kick it away again for Bluefield. Back deep, Stevie Wilson back in there. Good to see him out on the field along with Sam Johnson. Greenbrier East has returned some punts this year. Let's see if we can peel off another long one here in the third. Broyles gets a good snap. Gets off a low kick. Fielded by Sam Johnson at the 20. Whoops, a clip, and Sam Johnson tries to gain ground, but there's nothing doing there. We had a clip against Greenbrier East at the 20-yard line, trying to give him some running room on the return, and somebody turns the back, and all of a sudden you're clipping somebody, and that's what happened.
Nice 36-yard punt for the Bluefield Beavers. Brian Broyles on a hang time of 2.7 seconds.
Now, I knew you had that stopwatch hanging around your neck for something. It wasn't to time our commercial breaks. Let's sort out this penalty here, find out where we mark the ball, and while we're doing that, let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. Thank you, David Lynch. Mike Kidd, Jeff Campbell with you from the Spartan Stadium in Fairleigh. 4 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Greenbrier East leading Bluefield 22-2. And that is the first penalty against Greenbrier East tonight. And they move it all the way back. I thought the foul occurred closer to the 20. Half the distance would have been to the 10. Somehow they get it back to the 7.5. Which is where Greenbrier East will start their offense from. 1st and 10 for the Spartans at their own 7.5-yard line. Patterson gets the call. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, not much more before he is hurled backwards. As a matter of fact, he may have lost a yard on the carry. And I think we're seeing a fired up Bluefield defense out there right now, Jeff. They're coming hard.
Well, Mike, when the Spartans are down inside their own territory like this, what they need to do is really control the ball, hold on to the ball, and really not let the Beavers try to even strip it from them or anything like that. They cannot force a turnover right here.
We're inside 3.5 to go in the third. The Spartans do have a 20-point lead, but we've seen those evaporate pretty quickly. Greenbrier East chose the power I with 2 tight ends. The handoff goes straight ahead again on the carry. Mike Patterson for Greenbrier East, and he pounds it out close to the 10-yard line. Good offensive surge that time by the Spartan front 5. We'll spot it down at the 10-yard line. So we're looking at 3rd and 7 for Greenbrier East. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Sam Johnson reports back into the lineup, carrying the play from the coaching staff. Up here in the booth with us tonight, Coach Sam Banton. Out of the power I, 2 tight ends, 3rd and 7. Coles fakes the handoff. The pass just over the fingertips of Mike Patterson. Mike would have had the first down, but Sidney, facing a pretty strong rush that time, kind of looped it up in the air. It falls incomplete. And Greenbrier East will have to punt it away again. The Spartans to punt the ball away with 2:36 to go in the third, leading 20-2. The line of scrimmage is the 10-yard line. Ambler will punt it away this time from his own end zone. If this one sails as far over his head, he won't even have to fall on it for a safety. This time he drops it, picks it up. Ambler trying to get wide, breaks a tackle. He's at the 5, the 10, running to bounds at the 12-yard line. He'll be short of the first down yardage, and Bluefield's going to get it back inside the 15-yard line. Well, that one got away from Aaron. The first one was 10 feet over his head. This one he just didn't handle very well. And Bluefield will get the football. And it looked for a minute like Aaron was going to break loose out of there and perhaps make something good out of a bad situation. But as it stands, Bluefield's going to get it back. First down, 10 yards to go. We'll mark it right at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 Bluefield at the Spartan 13. And how quickly these things change. And we're looking at a fired-up Bluefield Beaver football team right now. First half was all Greenbrier East. So far this half, it's been all Bluefield. They show the power I with 2 tight ends. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to, let's see, Greg Ridley, I believe, and Ridley is down close to the 6-yard line. Ridley gets the call out of that Bluefield backfield. He'll take it down close to the 7. So a gain of almost 5 on the carry by Greg Ridley.
It's easy to pick out Ridley's number because he's carried the ball so many times now. 14 carries, 80 yards. He has the dirtiest uniform in the Beaver backfield.
Easy for you, difficult for me. From the power I formation, 2 tight ends, 2nd and 5 for Bluefield at the Spartan 7-yard line. Ridley again on the carry. Ridley vaults down inside the 5, the 4. It'll be 3rd down Bluefield. And again, they can pick up the first down without picking up the touch. 6'2", 240-pound junior Josh Gunter chugs in the lineup for Greenbrier East. Richard Banton comes out. So Bluefield will look at a 3rd and 3 from the Greenbrier East 4. 3 for the first down, 4 for the score. Clock rolling down inside, 1:10 to go in the third quarter. The handoff goes to Ridley. He tries to get outside, breaks a tackle. In the pursuit, it's Sam Johnson. He's hurled out of bounds, I believe, short of the first down yardage.
Looks to be close. Johnson came down, pushed him out of bounds, and I do not think he has it. We'll have to wait and see.
Greg Ridley, 3 straight carries down here on this first down situation. He will be out of bounds, a yard short of the first down marker, so it's going to be 4th and a yard for Bluefield. Clock stops on the out-of-bounds play with 58 seconds to go in the third. And now the Greenbrier East Spartan faithful starting to get into it a little bit. And Bluefield, I believe, has called time. Someone has called timeout. So we've got timeout on the field, 58 seconds to go in the third. 22-2, Greenbrier East leading Bluefield, but the Beavers are knocking on the door. We'll come back in just 30 seconds. Huh?
I couldn't tell who called it.
Who called time?
Who called time? Bluefield.
That timeout charged to Bluefield. That leaves them with 2 here. Greenbrier East with their full complement of 3 in the second half. Defensive coach Bob McClintock taking the opportunity to head out onto the field, discuss his team's defensive setup. Jeff Campbell is called for the quarterback keeper.
Could be Mike, because even if they don't get it, they still have the Spartans down deep in their own territory.
Spartan faithful making a lot of racket. They show the wishbone. Straight ahead into the end zone for the score. Johnny Grant. Jeff Campbell gets the A+ on the call as Grant takes it straight ahead for 3 yards. 2 yards and a Bluefield score. We'll credit him with 2. Now the Beavers to attempt the point after. Broyles lining up to attempt the point after, but Johnny Grant is the holder. There's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. The kick is good. Brian Broyles adds the point after, and Bluefield now trails Greenbrier East by a score of 22-9. 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll be back with a Beaver kickoff in just 30 seconds.
Who had the kick?
Huh?
Who had the kick?
Broyles. Back at Spartan Stadium in Fairleigh, the Bluefield scoring drive covered 12 yards in 4 plays, consuming 131 on the clock. All 9 of Bluefield's points have been set up by Greenbrier East's inability to get off a couple of punts down deep in their own territory. One for a safety, the other tackled for a loss and setting up a score. Bluefield will kick off. Back deep for Greenbrier East. Rick Klein, Steve Wilson. Broyles will put the foot to it. It's a high, short kick, angling toward the out-of-bounds line. Picked up by Klein. He's back to the 20. Cuts it back inside across the 25 to 30. Rick Klein breaks free. He's at midfield. The 45 to 40. The 45 to 30. He'll be caught and dragged down from behind at the 25-yard line. Rick Klein on a great kickoff return for Greenbrier East.
Like 60 yards for Rick Klein on the kickoff return. The Spartans are back in action.
You betcha. Rick Klein. It looked like he was a little bit tentative trying to field that one across the way, thinking it might go out of bounds, but that's a live ball, and you can't wait for it to bounce around, so he picked it off, made a nifty move back to the inside, and all of a sudden broke free. He was dragged down from behind by Raymond Isabel.
Again, another pivotal play by the special teams.
Indeed. So Greenbrier East with a 1st and 10 on the Bluefield 25-yard line. They show the power eye. Handoff goes to Mike Patterson. He breaks free inside the 20, down inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line. Mike Patterson, what a big evening he's had tonight for Greenbrier East. 3 touchdowns.
Mike, that is his 13th carry, and he now has picked pickup of 12 yards on that one. We credit him with 69 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing, 1 receiving. Mike Patterson, our way over the ball game.
We'll mark it at the 13-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go after the 12-yard gain by Mike Patterson. The Spartans show the power I. 2 tight ends, 1st and 10. Sidney Coles fakes the handoff to Wilson. The ball pops free. Bluefield recovers it. We have penalty markers down. And the Spartans turn it over. Bluefield recovers the fumble down at the 12-yard line. They pick up the flags and wave them off on the turnover. It must have been against Greenbrier East. Bluefield declines. And there's the horn sounding the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Greenbrier East leading Bluefield by a score of 22-9. But the Beavers have the ball back and will be back in just 30 seconds. This one has turned around rather quickly. The 3rd quarter belongs to Bluefield. They were shut out in the first half. Second half has been all Beavers. They pick up a safety, a touchdown, and a point after in the 3rd quarter, trailing Greenbrier East 22-9. A 50-yard kickoff return by Greenbrier East's Rick Klein negated when on the 2nd play from scrimmage, a mishandled toss from Sidney Coles to Steve Wilson is recovered by the Beavers, and Bluefield has it back. First down, 10 yards to go. We mark the ball at the 12-yard line of Bluefield, 1st and 10 for the Beavers. Turnovers now. Greenbrier East has recovered 2 by Bluefield. The Beavers have recovered a Greenbrier East fumble. Bluefield shows wideouts left and right. Setbacks in the I formation, 1st and 10 for the Beavers. Handoff goes to Ridley. Ridley takes it up across the 15-yard line. Out close to the 16. Deffabaugh gets up off the bottom of the pile with another tackle for Greenbrier East. But Greg Ridley picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. We'll mark it at the 17-yard line. And is this stuff sticking to my glasses, or it's starting to get foggier?
I bet bugs hit one all night.
They show the power I. Penalty markers fly. Let's see what this is all about. Did Bluefield take too much time? Okay. Getting the call from the referee. Illegal procedure is the call against Bluefield. Somebody must have broken out of that 3-point stance. That's only the 2nd call against Bluefield for a total of about 7 yards. We're looking at Sidney Coles down on the sidelines. I don't know whether he got whacked on the leg after he tossed that ball or not. Wood McHugh, Bud Tomei checking out Sidney down on the sidelines. Isabel comes out split wide near side, flanker wide far side, sent backs in the I, 2nd and 10 for Bluefield after the penalty. The pass over the middle, incomplete. That pass intended right over the middle. I believe Kevin Amar, the intended receiver. It falls incomplete. It's going to bring about a 3rd and 10 situation. So right now a big 3rd down play for the Greenbrier East defense. They very much would like to hold Bluefield here inside their 15-yard line and make them kick out of the end zone. Bluefield shows the I, wide outs left and right. Isabel wide out near side. Ridley, the tailback in the eye. They fake the draw to him. Grant to throw. Grant rolls far side, turns it upfield, and he'll be knocked out of bounds across the way, short of the first down yardage. And it'll bring about a 4th down play. And Bluefield head coach Fred Simon throws his hat to the ground in disgust across the way, as he really wanted to keep possession of that football. Now they are not going to, and as we said, they'll be punting from their end line, from their end zone, we should say.
Mike Bryan throws 3 punts in the first half, but second half he has 2 punts, averaging 32 yards a punt. His longest was his last punt, 36 yards.
Wilson and Klein back deep. Check that, Wilson and Johnson back deep. Jimmy Bennett comes out of the ball game now. He appears to have been nicked on the hand. And Greenbrier East starting to get a little beat up here in the second half as well. Broyles to punt. He gets a good snap. Gets off a low driving kick. It hits and takes a Beaver bounce. It's still rolling at the Greenbrier East 25-yard line. Rolls dead at the 23. Well, Brian Broyles with a dandy punt. Puts Greenbrier East back at their own 23-yard line. And look at the size of those bats. Wow. They find the hunting good around these big lights here at Spartan Stadium.
Stay up there. Leave us alone.
Okay. At the 23-yard line, Greenbrier East will put it in play. First down, 10 yards to go. 10:42 to go in the ball game. The Spartans leading it by a score of 22-4. Sidney Coles is in there at quarterback. Patterson and Wilson, the setbacks in the eye, wide out and slot back near side. The Spartans try and put it in the air, and that one bounces off the hands of Aaron Ambler, goes out of bounds. So the Spartans try to throw the ball on first down.
I think what they want to try to do is go ahead and get a big play and get the momentum shifted back their way. They let Bluefield get back into the ballgame. The score is 22-9, and really you can't get down in your own part of the field like this and give up a turnover again, because Bluefield has shown that they can move the ball and they could score.
Godby and Johnson, the wide out in the slot to the near side. Setbacks in the eye. Coles on the delay to Steve Wilson. Breaks one tackle, gets up across the 25-yard line to the 26. Stevie Wilson on the carry. He'll gain along 3 yards, along 3. We're going to call it third and a short 7. If 7 yards is short on third down. We're inside, 10 minutes to go in this one. The Spartans leading it 22-9. Looking at 3rd and 7 at their own 26-yard line. Sidney Coles to throw. Rolls near side. Puts it up just out of the grasp of Mike Patterson up at the 30-yard line. Sidney Coles again with the pressure on. Got dumped after he got rid of that one. It'll bring about a 4th down situation, and the Spartans will have to kick it away.
Mike Sidney in the first half was 5 of 6 for 121 yards. Has come out in the second half. He's 0 4 and found the passing tough.
Good pressure from that Bluefield defense has a lot to do with that. Ambler to kick it away. We've had trouble with this. Gets a good snap this time. The rush is on. Ambler gets off an end-over-end punt. It takes a Greenbrier East bounce and is headed downfield inside the 30-yard line, down inside the 25, and it'll be down right there by Greenbrier East.
That time, a 51-yard punt for Aaron Ambler, his longest yard.
I'll tell you, you've got to give a tip of the hat to that young man. One snap goes over his head for a safety. He fumbles another one, is tackled, and Bluefield takes it in for a score. This time he gets the good snap, gets off the punt, and it took a nice Greenbrier East hop. Winds up at the Bluefield 25-yard line, where the Beavers will take over 1st and 10. So a very, very big punt that time by Aaron Ambler after a couple of tough opportunities. He gets that one to roll. And the Beavers have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They show wideouts left and right from the I formation. Quarterback Johnny Grant fakes the handoff to Gilpin. Fires it over the middle. That pass is complete. Out across the 45-yard line, it'll be a Bluefield first down. Hauling that one in, Kevin Amar. That's only the second Bluefield first down here in the second half. Greenbrier East has but one. So a big gainer on the completion.
23 yards on the pass completion. Johnny Grant to Kevin Amar.
Will mark the ball at the 47-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. First and 10 for Bluefield at their own 47. They show the wishbone and two tight ends. Ridley on the carry. Ridley trying to get to the outside, and Greenbrier East just won't let it happen. Rick Klein just would not let Ridley get to the outside. No gain on the play, but the clock stops on the out of bounds with 8 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the third. Greenbrier East on top by a score of 22-9. Okay, we'll call it a gain of a yard. They'll move it up to the 48. Gain of 1 on the carry by Ridley out of the wishbone. They'll line up in the I formation this time, wide out and slot back to the far side of the field. Second and 9 for Bluefield. Fumble on the exchange. Grant picks it up. Grant tries to fire it deep. Grant has it picked off by Greenbrier East. The Spartans back across the 40-yard line, knocked out of bounds at the 43. And the Spartans come up with their third turnover of the football game. I believe
It was Bob Lindsay.
Robert Lindsay on the interception for Greenbrier East. Boy, does that one look big. Robert Lindsay picks it off with 8:44 to go in the ball game. Yeah, 8:44 to go in the game. He returns it to the Greenbrier East 44-yard line, where the Spartans put it in play first and 10. They show the power I, two tight ends. Handoff goes straight ahead. Mike Patterson, I believe, on the carry. He'll get it out close to midfield. And boy, wouldn't the Spartans like to put about a 60-yard drive together right now. I almost lost Robert across the way in the fog when he picked that one off. Patterson comes out. Baldwin goes in at fullback for Greenbrier East. Spartans break from the huddle, looking at a 2nd and 4 at their own 49-yard line. Two tight ends, power I formation. Sidney Coles gives it off to Chuck Baldwin. He finds the running, shall we say, tough, no gain. It'll be 3rd and 4. Third down, 4 yards to go for Greenbrier East at their own 49-yard line. Remember, you can catch all the scores from all around the state. 11:30 tonight on WRON AM, 8:10 tomorrow morning on WRON AM. It's the Metro News High School Football Scoreboard. And tomorrow on WRON, AM and FM, it'll be West Virginia University football, the Mountaineers and the Terrapins of Maryland from the stadium in Morgantown. Third down, Greenbrier East. Steve Wilson gets the call. He's going to be stopped short of that first down yardage. Stevie's going to be about a yard and a half shy as we turn inside 7 minutes to go in the ball game. And even with the problems Greenbrier East has had punting, the Spartans will kick it away. And it'll be a wise move. You don't want to give it back to Bluefield at midfield with 6.5 minutes to go. And it looks like everybody's coming. They've got them all lined up on the sideline. High snap, Ambler fields it, gets off a short kick. It may have been partially blocked, and it's picked off by Bluefield. Indeed, it was partially blocked. The Beavers pick it off, get it down inside the Greenbrier East 35-yard line. And Bluefield is in business with 6:26 to go. And everybody was coming that time, and come they did. They got a hand on it. And we have a call against Bluefield. I don't know what the call is, but it was way downfield, away from the play. So let's see what the call is. I've never seen that one before.
Maybe it's a new one. They don't have it on a chart yet.
I don't know. Somebody's coming over to explain it to Homer Criddle. Somebody else is going over to explain it to Freddie Simons. Now, are you allowed to advance a blocked punt like that? Is it some kind of illegally advancing the football or something?
I think that's what it is, Mike. Dead ball.
Okay, well, they're going to move it back. I doubt that Greenbrier East I don't think Greenbrier East is going to get the ball. Are they? They're going to step it. Goodness gracious, they're going to take it all the way down inside the Bluefield 40-yard line. What in the world is... They move it all the way down to the 35-yard line of Bluefield, and the Spartan offense is on the field. And bang, there goes one on the sidelines. You can tack another 15 onto that one. And I'm not really sure. I don't know what the call is. Okay, that's an unsportsmanlike conduct against Bluefield. What's the first call? What's the first call, Sam? Huh? I can hardly see that being an illegal motion call, not marching it down 15 yards down a field. But they're going to tack another 15 on it now, down to the 20-yard line of Bluefield. Well, I'm still not sure what transpired, but I know I'm not going to be able to blame the Bluefield people if they start some home cooking talk, because I don't know what the first call was. It appeared to me that Bluefield had blocked the punt. I thought if there was any problem, it was because they had advanced the football, but the penalty flag was thrown way downfield. So I don't know whether if it was some type of holding call or something downfield away from the play. But then the second flag was thrown on the Bluefield sidelines, and that cost him another 15, so that gives Greenbrier East 2 first downs. Takes the ball all the way down to the Beaver 20-yard line. And I am just not sure what the call is.
Illegal participation.
Illegal participation. The call against Bluefield, which means they had too many guys out there.
So many guys on the field, that's why their rush looked so big, because it was.
And that's why the flag was thrown downfield, I guess, by the field judge, whose responsibility it is to count bodies out there. So he threw the flag for too many guys on the field. Well, that's going to be real easy to check out, go back on the film and count them. They had a single safety back. Now Greenbrier East has it 1st and 10 on the Bluefield 20-yard line. Sidney Coles gives it off straight ahead. The running tough Mike Patterson again on the carry, and he'll lose 3. Baldwin comes in. Patterson comes out at fullback. Clock rolling. We're down under 6 minutes to go in this one. 22-9. Greenbrier East leads Bluefield. Out of the power I formation. 2 tight ends. And everybody moves. And somebody's got one of those air horns over on the Bluefield sideline, and they blew it, and about half a dozen of the Spartans jumped. Of course, you're supposed to go on a snap count, not on an air horn. But that's going to cost Greenbrier East 5. And by my count, that's only the second penalty of the evening against Greenbrier East.
A lot better than last week. 16 penalties, over 170 yards.
Indeed. But that will move it back out to the 27-yard line. Well, it's going to be 2nd and 18 for Greenbrier East from the power I formation. Baldwin gets the call. Chuck will get back to the 26-yard line. I'm still trying to find that illegal participation deal. Okay. It is now 3rd down and 17 for Greenbrier East. Gain of a couple by Chuck Baldwin. Will spot it at the 26-yard line from the power I formation.
This is the 7th play of the drive, which has already consumed over 3.5 minutes.
Sam Johnson goes in motion from the I. The toss goes back to Steve Wilson. He turns it upfield, heading for that yard marker. Is not going to come close. It'll be 4th down. Wilson bumped out of bounds. Will stop the clock with 4:50 to go in the ball game. Sidney Coles looking toward the sidelines. And Greenbrier East considers themselves in 4-down territory. They will go for it on a 4th and 14 situation. Godby goes in. Tight end Scott Weichel comes out. Godby comes out split wide near side. Sam Johnson in the slot near side. Coles wants to throw. Coles with a deep drop. Looking, fires. It's complete to Steve Wilson, but he's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 32-yard line. They tried to set up the screen on the far side of the field, and Bluefield read it very, very well. Was it ruled incomplete?
It was ruled incomplete. It is hard to see in that part of the field.
Yeah. Okay, now Jeff's starting to make excuses for the old man. 4 minutes, 43 seconds to go in our ball game. Greenbrier East leads Bluefield by a score of 22-9. The Beavers will take over on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they'll probably put it up now. If they do, it'll be out of the wishbone. Wide out to the far side of the field. Sweet coming to the near side. Ridley on the carry. Ridley is hit at the 25-yard line. The ball pops free. And Greenbrier East recovers. Ridley fumbles. Greenbrier East gets it back at the 26-yard line of Bluefield. I don't know who recovered that one, but the Beavers, was it Chuck Baldwin? But that is now 4 turnovers charged against Bluefield here tonight. Well, 4 turnovers they've committed. Greenbrier East in the power I. 1st and 10. Penalty markers fly. And I hope that guy with the air horn across the way soon runs out of gas. Every time Greenbrier East is set at the line of scrimmage, he'll touch that rascal off. This time it's an illegal procedure call against Greenbrier East. It'll cost him 5. Move the football back out to the 31-yard line, where the Spartans will look at a 1st and 15. The only good thing he can say about it is the clock is rolling. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Greenbrier East shows the power I. Sidney Coles to throw. Sets up the screen to the near side. Hauled in by Patterson at the 20. He's at the 15. Rolled in bounds down to the 12-yard line. So Sidney Coles completes the little pass out into the flat to Mike Patterson. And he completed that one in the teeth of a ferocious Bluefield rush. There were 4 or 5 Beavers bearing right down on him when he got rid of that one.
Sidney now passing 6 of 12, 140 yards, his pre-career high.
That gives Greenbrier East their 15th first down on the evening. 1st and 10 Spartans at the Bluefield 12. 3:49 to go in the ball game. East leading 22-9. Sam Johnson goes in motion. The toss to Wilson. Cuts back to the inside. He's inside the 10-yard line down to the 5. Stevie Wilson on the carry for Greenbrier East. They'll rule him down at the 6-yard line. Greenbrier East, after a gain of 5 by Steve Wilson, looks at second and a short 5. The ball at the 6-yard line. The clock rolling. 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the ball game. Greenbrier East successfully running time off the clock here in the 4th quarter. From the eye, Coles fakes, puts it in the air to Patterson. He's into the end zone for the score. Mike Patterson fights off 2 Bluefield Beavers, takes it into the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the evening. It comes with 2:56 to go in the game. That play comes with 2:56 to go in the ball game. And Greenbrier East calls timeout to talk about their point after attempt here. So with timeout on the field, Greenbrier East leading 28-9. Let's take timeout for this good word. What was the distance on that play?
6.
Sam Johnson to attempt the point after. It's down. The kick is up. Penalty markers fly as Johnson is knocked down. We have not seen a good or no good signal. Homer Criddle wants somebody put their hands up. Yeah, the point is good. Okay. Okay, the point is good. The personal foul roughing the kicker will be assessed against Bluefield on the kickoff. But Greenbrier East moves back out to a 20-point lead, 29-9 over the Bluefield Beavers. 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go in this football game. We'll come back with a Spartan kickoff for you in just 30 seconds. 6 to go in this one, Jeff. Kind of a wild and crazy 4th quarter.
Sure is. Mike Patterson, what a game for him. He came into tonight's game. He had only scored 8 points of the Spartans' total of 79. He has 4 touchdowns. Responsible for 24. The Spartans 29 points tonight. Great ball game on both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively, rushing the ball, receiving the ball. Mike Patterson, good job.
Let's see. Did the Spartans decline the penalty? They're kicking off from the 40. Who knows? Sam Johnson kicks it off. It sails deep. Bluefield has to retreat and pick it up. Ridley with the football, trying to make his way upfield, turns the corner on the far sideline and is dragged down from behind out on the 37-yard line. So Ridley has to retreat all the way to the 5 to pick it up, and then makes a nice return out of it to the 37-yard line.
32 yards on the return for Ridley. He now has 3 kickoff returns for 73 yards.
Bluefield puts it in play. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 37. First and 10 for the Beavers at their own 37-yard line. Clock rolling. 2:40 to go in the game. Greenbrier East by 20. But it has been a much closer second half than that. Bluefield shows the I formation. Gilpin takes it straight ahead for the Beavers, gets out across the 40-yard line, hoping to catch Greenbrier East defense spread out. Gilpin moves ahead for 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6. second down, 6 yards to go. Ball just across the Bluefield 40-yard line. Inside, 2 minutes to go. From the I formation. Grant on the option. The toss. Moving ahead with the football, Billy Tabor in there now at tailback for the Beavers. Tabor with enough for a first down out to the 47-yard line of Greenbrier East. Unofficially, that is the 10th first down on the evening for Bluefield. Greenbrier East has marked up 15 first and 10s. A minute and a half to go in the game. From the I formation, wideouts left and right. First and 10 for the Beavers. In the air, pass nearly picked off by Greenbrier East again. Richard Banton almost had another one. Tabor on the carry last time. This time he lines up at quarterback.
Versatile, Mike.
No, it was Mike Lane at quarterback. It was Tabor from a wideout position, the intended receiver.
Right, Lane came in to play the last series for Bluefield in the first half, and maybe because he has a better arm, that's why he's in there. Who knows why he was in there for the last play of the first half.
1:16 to go in the game. Officials timeout is one of the Bluefield offensive tackles' problem with his headgear. He's now got it strapped on tight. They show the I formation on 2nd and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Lane to throw. The rush is on. And the quarterback sacked. Pat Vance from his nose guard position. Pat Vance gets the big quarterback sack. The loss all the way back to the Bluefield 32-yard line. It brings up 3rd and about an acre for the Beavers. 3rd and a ton for the Beavers. We'll call it 3rd and 22 from their own 37-yard line. Loss of 12 on the sack by Pat Vance. Bluefield shows the I formation. Lane to throw. The rush is on. Screen sets up nicely to the right side. Gilpin hauls it in. He's at the 45 at midfield. Check that, Billy Tabor hauls it in. And he is knocked out of bounds across the way with 18 seconds to go. Jamie Hunter on the coverage that time for Greenbrier East. And Bluefield will use a timeout. We'll keep it right here this time. So it looks as though Greenbrier East will go 3-0 on the season with victories over Jefferson County, Covington, Virginia, and now Bluefield High School. The Spartans will now look forward to the big challenge of the season thus far. The Bulldogs of Martinsburg High School come to town next Saturday night for what should be a dandy Shrine Bowl.
Mike, Martinsburg went to the playoffs last year. They have several players returning from that team, but they're missing one key ingredient, Marcellus Basie, their quarterback from last year.
Indeed, he'll be on shooting hoops for the Mountaineers.
Playing baseball for the Houston Astros organization in the summertime.
Yeah, he's a pretty good athlete.
Not bad.
Not bad, not bad. At midfield, Bluefield will look at 4th down and still about 6 yards to go. Yeah, make it 4th down and closer to 7. 18 seconds to go in the ball game. We show Bluefield with 1 timeout remaining. I formation. Single wide out to the far side of the field, also wing back to the far side. To throw, Lane completes the pass to Ridley at the 43-yard line. He's going to be real close to a first down, but the clock will continue to roll. 5 seconds, 4 seconds to go. Now the clock stops with 3 seconds. They'll mark the ball ready for a play. It is a Bluefield first down. There's the horn. The game is over. Greenbrier East defeats the Bluefield Beavers by a score of 29-9 here at Spartan Stadium in Fairleigh. Greenbrier East goes 3-0 on the season. The Beavers of Bluefield High School go to 0-2 on the campaign. Spartan Marching Band strikes up Days of Glory down in front of the home stands as the Spartan faithful go home happy tonight. Greenbrier East defeats Bluefield by a score of 29-9. We'll come back and recap it for you in just 90 seconds.